Oh, I am back in Utah. I brought this Noah with me. He's happy to be here. Don't. Okay, this is going on the internet for other people to see, so don't do anything you're gonna, that's gonna embarrass you. I noticed in my last videos that a lot of it was me like this, which I'm gonna try not to do this time. But yeah, so let's just, I guess, do a quick walkthrough again, and we'll see how how things look. I've only been gone a week, but let's go. All right, so we saw this last time. It's kind of like our wider area that we started to clear out here for the driveway. I did bring the wife's truck, so it's a bit narrower, but we want to try and get it up here, which means I gotta take out all those stumps. Yeah, and then a lot of this stuff has to get cleaned up. This big log will have to get rolled down a little bit further, and then we'll start moving a lot of this stuff. I started cutting it up. Probably take down that tree, maybe, we'll see. And then since we got here early enough, I think it might be the day that I try to tackle these huge, well, one huge widowmaker, one eventual widowmaker. I'll have to do that before we set up the tent. That'll probably be the first thing that I do, so that I can set up camp. And then once camp is set up, then I'll start working on the parking area. Hopefully there'll be enough time to where I can get the Jeep up this, far enough, and then I can just unload the stuff from up here and not have to carry it all the way up the hill. Anyway, so I'm gonna grab some stuff. I'm gonna get started. All right, so I got the main big one down. That's that guy right there. But this one that's standing right there, that moved. It started there, and then I cut a couple of pieces out of it, and now it's not really leaning any specific direction, which scares me. I mean, it's light and dead, but that also means that it's getting hung up in the branches of the trees next to it, so it won't just drop. I'm gonna try something to pull the bottom out from underneath it. I don't really have a whole lot, but I think if I rig some ropes correctly, I can essentially create a pulley system that I can use to pull the bottom out and help the top fall the direction that I want it to, where it's safe and controlled. Wish me luck. Was a huge failure. I gotta figure out another way to get this fucking thing down, because it is going to fall somewhere. So I need to know when it happens so that it doesn't fall on me or Noah, because Noah's not very good at paying attention to shit.
True.
It's very true. Anyway, all right, so I think I'm just gonna start chainsawing this damn thing. Time lapse probably. Let's see if I can find a good spot for that. Well, that was fun. Finally got that other one down. That's good. Now there's these two still. Those are not as important because they're not as tall, and our tent is going to be back behind it, and there's no way that that's going to fall on us. But those are the really big ones that we need to take care of. So now little man and I are going to have some hot dogs, which I don't like. I don't like hot dogs, but the place we wanted to go for lunch wasn't open today, so yeah, so yeah, it wasn't open when we were there. Now what I'm gonna do is focus on having a little snack, and then I'm gonna go see if I can get some of these stumps cut out of the driveway area and get some stuff moved, so maybe I can get the Jeep on the property tonight, and that'll make it a lot easier for hauling all of our stuff to camp. All right, so I did end up cutting the hell up out of that tree. That thing's There's still a long piece there. I couldn't get to it because of these two small trees. But I forgot to time lapse it. But this stuff is like so dry and light, like it's crazy. So I just very quickly just cut it into rounds. I've got Noah collecting all the rounds. Those can just go directly in the fire. Yeah, collecting the rounds and putting them over on the fire, the log pile that we have. And there's still a bunch more down here, but I'm gonna start focusing on getting some of this area cleaned up, because yeah, parking spot, right? Yeah, a lot of work to do still, but I'm confident I'll be able to knock a bunch out today, before I go home tomorrow. All right. Okay, so we have done a bunch of clearing out of this area. This is that there's like a bunch of stuff over here. Basically, we started another log pile too, just because we don't want to have to cart it all the way across the lot. But now it's really, I mean, we've done quite a bit. It's probably at the point where there's just minimal clearing and raking to do. There's this, I pushed this over, and then basically that's the direction of the driveway. So that log down there needs to move over that way. And then at some point I'm gonna have to cut the stumps up, but we're gonna come around this little tree here. I laid down this other log. Basically it's resting really close to the pin. So this tree right here, I think I'm gonna leave. I gotta clear all this stuff up here. And so basically we can drive in and then go whoop right there. That's the plan anyway. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get the Jeep on the property this trip, but I'm gonna try. I might take down that little tree right there too. I know it's over there just causing a ruckus. But yeah, so that's the plan. I think, I mean, I can clean up a lot of this stuff pretty easy, but I just got to get to it. It's really, there's a little tree there that is blocking me from rolling this big log down a little bit further. I'll have to section it up, but I got to get to it. There's all this junk in here, so that's my plan. I'm gonna start here though. I'm gonna start at the top, work my way down. Alrighty, we are back on video. Okay, so we've done a lot of stuff. We still haven't set up camp yet. Noah wants to say something.
I'm picking up vlog and putting them here.
Yep.
And then fun.
Oh, he's still talking. He thinks it's going to be an early night, but I'm going to keep him up till like midnight.
No, you're not.
Which is like 11 o'clock Vegas time. No, it's not like 11 o'clock. It is 11 o'clock Vegas time, but yeah, so we made a complete mess of our path here, but I mentioned I cut all this up. So now Noah's going and adding all this to our log piles. We did end up starting another log pile. I don't know if I said this already, so I guess we'll find out. So this area all looks a lot different, but there's a log pile. You can tell that Noah did it because it looks really messy. He still has some stuff over here that he needs to add to the pile too. So I've widened this quite a bit. I cut those back. I cut down that stump that was there, and I moved all this stuff over, which I think is covered in the time lapse. I'm not sure when it died, but there was this log that's been here for a while, and it's basically almost dirt. It's like 2 seconds away from being dirt. So like I ended up just shoveling it away. Then there were some other like smaller tree branch, or trees that were already delimbed. This right here is the corner of our property, so I threw these on the neighbor's property, which is not cool. So I'm gonna end up moving these. I'll probably end up moving those before we leave tomorrow. I moved a bunch of stuff here. It's now wide enough to where we can come up and go in there. And so now we just have to kind of clean stuff up, which I'm gonna rake and get all that cleared up. I moved the logs down further, so now I'm gonna move some stuff here because we're pretty much good. I started digging out around this because I'm gonna take this out. This is the first one that I'm gonna, well, I guess technically the second one. So I already did one up there where the turn is, so there should be enough room now that I can get vehicles through there. If not, I can make adjustments. It's not really that big of a deal. The majority of the work is done, which is really kind of important. It's the important thing. Yeah, so there's now this guy, which will be easy because it's small. Then there's this guy. I can probably get away with not doing this guy, but that guy and that guy, I started with that one, but I used the other chainsaw that I brought because it has a bigger bar on it, but it's dull. I didn't realize how dull it was. If I was going to be staying a whole nother day, then I would run to town because there's an Ace or a True Value or something in town that's only like 20 minutes away where I can get a new chain. But it's not really that big of a deal. I think I'm just going to chew through the chain on my 16-inch one, my little Echo that I like a lot. I'm going to chew through that chain. I'll get 2 new chains for the next time I come up here. But there's no sense in putting a new chain on something and then going below ground level because the dirt really doles out saws. Because, yeah, it's not good. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to set up time lapse to kind of cover me going through all of these stumps here and getting them gone. All right. Okay, so I don't know. That last stump was right at the turning point, which is a crucial area. I actually tried to get the Jeep around it, but it just was not happening. So yeah, the chain on my chainsaw is just toast, and I'm tired, but it's basically that. And then we'll just clean everything up. We still got a bunch to like rake and stuff. There's things that we can do. Oh geez, as I almost fall. I think it's time for a break and a steak. Okay, it's been a long day. I feel defeated, but the reality is a lot of progress was made. In the process of doing everything that we've been doing, there's like all this nastiness. I'm not really, you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Noah just fell. He got caught on something and biffed. Too bad I didn't have that on video. That would have been hilarious. But yeah, he's getting ready to shoot his BB gun, so I gotta make him some targets while I wait for my my grill here to get back and going. I cooked earlier, but the coals went out. I'm using lump charcoal, which is not ideal, but whatever. But yeah, there's just like all this all came about from stuff that we've just kind of cleared from the main area that we're spending time in. I started raking kind of the pathways back up because they're all freaking all messed up. So I'm gonna start raking, I think, a little bit more. Yeah, this is just a complete disaster. I'd honestly, at this point, if I come back out here and I have like Ange and or some friends or whatever, like this will get picked up. We tried to revive our partial path, right? So I put that down there because I could just throw stuff up on the ledge there and then just carry it up a short way, which is a little bit better than walking it all the way up from there. But this is the area right here. We've made a ton of progress, but there's still just more to do. Unfortunately, I think that little tree is going to end up having to go. Because like I said, we're going to drive all the, you know, up in here and then be able to back through into here to unload stuff. Since there's our tiny cabin site. And then there's like our fire area. And this is really kind of like the main area that we hang out at. I got to clean all this shit up too. I started that last time. But yeah, I think I just need to burn a bunch of it off. Unfortunately, not a whole lot of time for that. I wish I had more progress. It'd be really nice if I could just cut all this stuff up and just move it to the side, at least for now, until I can chunk it up into pieces that can then either be split or burned. But it's just the nature of the beast, right? Like it's like focusing on certain areas and then the others kind of go to shit. But I mean, the reality is it's about usability at this point. If we can use the property easier, then we'll be up here more. And if the main areas that we're spending time in are cleaned up, that means my daughter can come up here. That means my wife's gonna feel comfortable coming up here. And that means that we're gonna do a whole lot more. So I look forward to that. Let's see what Noah's doing. What are you doing, Noah? What are you doing?
Set up the range.
Setting up the range. We have this little area we've used for a while that basically there's that log all the way up there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a can on it. Oh, he set one up there. Let's not shoot that.
Aww.
Well, if you miss, it could ricochet off of that log where that up there where you have that other can, that is a better place because there's less for it to ricochet off. Like, let's try to be smart about this, please. All right, anyway.
Alvin the chipmunk. Why would I go chipmunk?
He wants to shoot a chipmunk. I said absolutely not. Because he loves Alvin and the chipmunks that much.
Dang it, missed.
No, they're not going to come around us. They're really most active in the morning. Also, another thing that I did want to mention is last time I was here, I said that we have termites. Though we may have termites, what I was seeing was actually not termites. They're carpenter ants. They're freaking gargantuan. They're black and they have like stripes on their butt or whatever. I don't know if that's better or worse. I didn't really do a whole lot of research after I spoke for quite a while about these termites. That's not what I was seeing. So anywho, just thought I would share that tidbit of information. All right, so we did got a couple of prime grade steaks, my little Bass Pro bobber grill that I freaking love. I definitely think it's like the best $20 I've ever spent. I got it just because it was cool and it was only 20 bucks. And then when I was up at my parents' house helping them get ready to start their, you know, the actual remodel, I took it with me. I cooked on it a couple of times. And then yeah, and then my buddy, when he was taking care of his house in Henderson, he was like, I don't really have anything to cook on. I said, what about a little, you know, borrow the bobber grill. So they borrowed that. They cooked on it quite a bit, him and another friend of ours. And yeah, so it's come in really handy. So I love that thing. But yeah, I've had these prime steaks for a little while and I've been wanting to cook them. But today's the day. I just seasoned them with some of the, let's see, it's the Hawaiian pink, some black pepper, and some oregano. That tends to be enough for me. Sometimes I'll throw garlic powder on it, but I don't think this is gonna need it. I also might have forgot the garlic powder because that's what I do. All right, I'm gonna cook these. This guy just struggled with the target getting it up. This is awful. I'm gonna clean that up. This is Bo. This is Noah. This is barbecue.
Inside barbecue, that's steak.
Prime steaks. And then fire's going out. I need to take care of that.
They're gonna be
So I'm gonna take that.
really delicious.
Not the kid or the target, but all the junk here. I'm gonna rake all this up and I'm gonna throw it in there. All right, so while we're cooking and just kind of hanging out, oh, where is he? There he is.
Hey!
While we're cooking and hanging out, we've come up with a little game. Well, Noah came up with it. We made some rules. Right now we have 3 cans and a 1-liter soda bottle. And we're taking turns. It's quite a ways away, and it's uphill too. So let me show you here. So if we go all the way up here, this is our little range area. So you can kind of see the cans up there. Let me, we're gonna take turns. And Noah came up with a game so we can make, you know, some friendly competition out of this thing. I'm gonna hand it over to Noah to explain the rules.
So there's a piece of wood behind the 3 cans. If you hit the can, you get 1 point. If you knock the can over, since there's a back, it's 2. The 1-liter soda bottle will always be worth 1 since it's a bigger target. First to 30 points wins, and you get 3 shots on each turn.
So you always take 3 shots during your turn, and you try to get as many points as you can during that one turn. And you go back and forth until somebody hits 30.
Yep.
There you have it. That's our game. We're gonna play this. Wish Noah luck. Oh man. Okay. Well, I had a really good day. Noah's very, very helpful. And then we were playing that game. That was fun. We quit when the steaks were done, and we didn't resume. I was winning. He's getting kind of tired. We've been doing a lot of stuff today, so it's understandable. But I'm gonna try and keep him awake for a little bit longer. Hang out, talk. We got the tent set up. Noah actually, he unfolded it and he helped me stand it up, and I was just kind of showing him how. Very simple tent. But then he went and got all the stuff to put inside the tent. So that's, you know, nice and helpful. But yeah, I guess we're kind of trying to calm down tonight. Now that, you know, now that we're kind of hosed on the chainsaw. I'm kind of bummed that when I went to the hardware store in town earlier to get more bar and chain oil, I saw they had chains. I was like, I should get one. And they had one that was like specifically for, you know, just tearing shit up. And I'm like, man, it's $30. Like, I should just get it. And I decided not to, thinking, I'll be fine. Like, I'll do it later. And, you know, famous last words. So it's all right. I'll get one when I get home. I'll take out that last thing. I did a little bit of trying to pack down the initial like drive up, because the ground's very loose. It's like a bunch of like deteriorated trees and stuff that's just kind of on top. The topsoil here is very loose, very fluffy. I would have been in a lot better position had I brought my Jeep, but I have to tow it. I can't tow right now. My truck is fucked up. So, you know, I don't know. Until either I get a new truck or I fix what's going on with my truck, I'm not really towing, which is why I'm here instead of the Rubicon this weekend. We'll be good next time. Next time we'll be able to get at least some sort of vehicle up here. I don't think my truck's going to make it. It's just too steep until we do a lot more driving back and forth, I think, in the Gladiator. I tried to squeeze around one of the stumps and that I couldn't finish getting, and it was getting too close to me bashing the side of the Jeep, which I said I don't want to do. It's Angie's brand new baby, so I'm not doing that again. We did that one time, right, Noah? Up in the snow? Yeah. We don't want to do that again. So yeah. But that being said, I did start to do some other stuff. I've been raking around here, just trying to clean things up. I've made some piles. I've been throwing it on the fire. So they're getting smaller, but there's still a lot of stuff and Noah needs to go fix something. I have a lot more to do. I was raking over here too, some more. It's just, we're moving a bunch of stuff around and things are breaking and falling on the ground. I'm just trying to clean it up. It's just, it's hard. There's so much stuff, right? Like, what are you gonna do? So anyway.
We have enough wood here to last us at least 2 lifetimes.
Yeah, we definitely do. So he's having fun putting stuff in the fire too. Try not to make it too big, but I've not listened to my own suggestion several times. Our steaks were phenomenal. I overcooked them, but they were prime, so they're still super juicy and tender, and yeah, I'm very happy. I'm happy with how they turned out. So yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, this is probably going to be a short video to all those that decided that they wanted to watch. I really appreciate it. Give me a like, comment, maybe talk shit. I don't really care.
Subscribe.
That's all for my friends and my family, like I've said before. What were you saying?
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
I guess take his advice or don't. I just appreciate being able to share this with my friends and family. So.
Hi, it's me, Noah. I'm going to show you what we've been doing. Me and my dad set up the tent. I put the pillows, the sleeping bag, and the tarp in there. Update on the game. My dad beat my butt. 19-8. I said good luck, and then he somehow got 4 points in a single round by knocking 2 cans over with a single shot.
That's why they call me Uncle Brandy the boss.
We cleaned up around here. I've been putting a ton of sticks in there. Well, I stopped. Again, Dad raked this up.
I'm gonna grab some more of this right now.
Dad raked this up. Say hi, Uncle Brandy.
Yo!
I mean, Dad. Let's take a tour of inside the tent. Inside, pretty small, but it's comfy. 2 pillows. My dad's making me use the Spider-Man one. 2 sleeping bags, and there's a little blanket under it to make it softer. Okay. There's my bow. There's a rope that from Dad's failed attempt to get that tree down. Tons of wood. Poop hole over there. And then just sticks as far as the eye can see.
Thank you.